Hi, it's Sean, the Fluency Awesomeizer. I'm back with some decoding practice here. We're going to spend a few minutes here and practice decoding multi-syllabic words. We're going to read some big words, all right? Now, I've got 2 rounds for you. What I want to do first is I'm going to show you a word, and I want you to read it right out loud. Are you ready? I'm going to show it to you right now. Read this right out loud. All right? What's this word? Okay, these words are very similar. The top word is objectives. The bottom word is objections. And there's a chance you might have said objections when you read objectives up top. They're very similar. Let's take a look at how similar they are. They start exactly the same, and they get a little different there at the end. So at the end, we've got a T and an I and an S in both words. But there's a V in objectives, and there's an N in objections. And if you read objections instead of objectives, you dropped an N in there where it doesn't exist. Now, I can tell you, I've been teaching a long time, and young readers do that all the time. Dropping an N in there, inserting an N is a very common behavior. And I like to think of reading words like these as a running race. They're very long words, and runners in a race, they start a race strong. In the middle of the race, they're strong. Then they start to really get tired towards the end. And your brain can do that when you're reading a big word and fill in some blanks at the end. So dropping an N there is, like I said, very common. Now, the beginning is the same because they both have the same root, object. Now, object is a word that comes from a language from a long time ago, Latin, and more recently, the French language. Our English language has a lot of French in it. The word object is also the word object. I object, Your Honor. So objective actually is a word in and of itself. But to spell it, you want to remember the word object, and then you add the suffix ive. And you have an objective. It's like having a goal. Down below with objections, that root is I object. And you put the T-I-O-N. It already has a T, so we just add the I-O-N. We add that. And T-I-O-N comes from the French language. And it's worth taking a good look at because it's hard to read, but even harder to spell. It doesn't sound anything like it looks. So there's the word objection. Both of these are nouns, and to make them plural, we're going to add an S. There you have the words. Now, a quick look at the syllables. Objectives, right? In the red is this stressed syllable, objectives. And I took the E out a little bit because you hear a silent, not a silent, I'm sorry, a short I. Now I'm doing this because this is a short I. This is the I in sign language. And this is a little reminder of what that short I sound is. Like your chin, or bit, or lipstick, or even voice, pick your nose. I didn't do it. Like, see, down below, the syllables are objections. Objections. Both of these are 3-syllable words. All right? So here's objectives, objections. Now, time for round 2. We're going to do the same thing. I'm about to show you a word. I want you to read it right out loud. Are you ready? Okay, think you know it? What's this word? Okay, up top is the word committed. Like to be, you're committed to something. Down below is commented. And just like before, these words are very similar. And there's a chance you may have said commented when you went to read committed. So let's compare them. They start the same, and it's the middle and the ending where things get interesting. So in the middle, they both have an M, and then there's a T, obviously 2 T's in committed, and then they have the suffix ed added onto the end. The difference is committed has that short I sound. You can see the word it, and it's going to be a short I with that double T consonant there. Down below, there's an N. So just like before with objections, And the idea that a long word like committed or commented is a running race and you get tired towards the end. Your brain can get a little tired. And here's a situation where you might drop an N in at the end where there is no N in committed. So commented actually has an N. You can see the word men in it. So take a little look, and it's something that maybe your brain can remember for the next time you see either one of these words. We're going to look at the root words now. Committed comes from the word commit, right? That is a verb, and to make it a past tense verb, we're going to add an ed. But we're not done there, right? We have to double that T to keep that short I sound. It. Without it, it'll be the word commited, and that's not a word. It's more of a nonsense word. Down below, comment is the root word. You have a comment. Does anyone have a comment? And we're simply going to add an ed, commented. So a quick look at the syllables. Committed. The stress is on the middle syllable, mi. Committed. And down below, commented. Commented. Now I took the M out of commented because if you say it slowly, you don't really say the M, but it is a short O sound. Here's an O. Just like we say when you go to the doctor, open up and say commented. And it's a short O because of the two M's in commented. So I'm going to put these two words aside, and I'm going to ask you to hit pause. Here's a passage full of some extra practice. The passage has some words that are similar to committed and commented. And that's going to wrap it up for today, okay? So hit pause, take your time reading this. And I'll see you next time on the Fluency Awesomizer. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can follow me on Facebook at the Fluency Awesomizer. Have mom or dad do that, all right? And you can see some of these videos each school day, or look at my photos, and there's lots and lots of practice in my photos on the Facebook page. Okay, bye.